Hey everyone, Graham here. So I have some news that's about as welcome as finding out your favorite restaurant just raised their prices right after you've been bragging about their amazing value to all your family and friends. The American Express Cobalt Card. You know, that little blue piece of plastic that I've been calling the best credit card in Canada for years? Well, it's getting more expensive, and not just a little more expensive. We're talking about a 23 to 28% price increase that kicks in November 5th, 2025. Now, before you start panic canceling your cards or writing angry comments about how I ruined your favorite point strategy, let me ask you this. What if I told you that even with this price increase, the Cobalt might still be the most powerful points earning card in all of Canada? And what if I told you there are some specific strategies that can make this price hike completely irrelevant to your bottom line? But here's where things get interesting and maybe a little controversial. I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you like some other points bloggers might. This price increase fundamentally changes who should and shouldn't get this card. And if you're using the Cobalt the way many people use it, you might actually be losing money on it. Today, I'm going to break down exactly what's changing, show you the real math behind if it's still worth it, and give you 3 specific strategies that can turn this bad news into an opportunity to actually earn more points than before. Plus, I'll tell you one type of person who should absolutely cancel their Cobalt card immediately after this price hike. So grab your calculator and maybe a coffee and let's dive into the cold hard truth about the new American Express Cobalt card. The price hike breakdown. All right, let's rip the band-aid off and talk about what's actually changing with the Cobalt card, because the details here matter more than you might think. If you live outside of Quebec, your monthly fee is going from $12.99 to $15.99 per month. That works out to $155.88 per year, going up to $191.88 per year. That's a $36 annual increase, or about 23%. If you live in Quebec, and honestly, Quebec residents always seem to get the weird end of the stick with credit card pricing, you're going from a $150 annual fee to $191.88. That's a $41.88 increase, or about 28%. Now here's what's not changing, and this is crucial. All the earning rates stay exactly the same. You still get 5x points on groceries, restaurants, and food delivery, up to $2,500 in spending per month. You still get 3x points on streaming, 2x points on transit, and 1x on everything else. The welcome bonus isn't changing either. It's still that somewhat underwhelming 15,000 points spread over 12 months if you spend $750 on the card each month. But here's the thing that many aren't talking about. This price increase doesn't happen in isolation. It's happening at the same time that American Express has been pushing some absolutely massive welcome bonuses on their other cards. We just had those elevated offers on the Gold, Platinum, and Aeroplan Reserve cards that I covered a few weeks ago. So the question becomes, is American Express trying to nudge people away from the Cobalt card and towards their higher fee, higher bonus cards? And more importantly for you, should you take that hint? The math that matters. Is it still worth it? Here's where we need to get serious about the math, because this is what separates the people who actually benefit from points cards from the people who just think they do. Let's start with the break-even analysis. At the new pricing, you're paying $191.88 per year. If we value membership rewards points at 2.1 cents each, which is high but realistic in my experience, you need to earn 9,137 points just to break even on the annual fee. With the 5x earning rate on food, that means you need to spend $1,827 Canadian per year on groceries, restaurants, and food delivery just to cover the cost of the card. This breaks down to about $152 per month. Now, here's the reality check. If you're spending less than $152 per month on food-related expenses, congrats, I can't believe you do that in Canada. But this card would be actually wasting you money. You'd be better off with a no-fee card or even just paying cash. But if you're spending more than that, and let's be honest, most Canadian households are spending way more than $152 per month on food, then the math still works heavily in your favor. Let me give you a real example. Let's say you spend $500 per month on groceries and dining. That's $6,000 per year, which earns you 30,000 membership rewards points. At 2.1 cents per point, that's $630 in value. Subtract the $191.88 annual fee, and you're still getting over $438 in value. That's like getting a 7.3% return on your food spending. But here's where things get really interesting. If you're maximizing that 2,500 monthly cap on the 5x category, you're earning 150,000 points per year from the 5x spending. That's over $3,000 in value if you're redeeming your points optimally. Suddenly, that $36 price increase seems very insignificant. 3 strategies to maximize value. Now let me share 3 specific strategies that can actually make this price increase irrelevant and potentially help you earn even more points than before. Strategy number 1, the Instacart Maximizer. This is a strategy I've been using personally, and it's perfect for people who want to hit that $2,500 monthly cap on 5x earning. Remember how I mentioned in my previous video that you can use Instacart to shop at stores like Costco and Superstore that don't normally take American Express? Here's the advanced version of that strategy. Use Instacart's membership to get free delivery, then strategically order from different stores to maximize your 5x earning. You can hit Costco for bulk items, Real Canadian Superstore for regular groceries, and even some restaurants for food delivery, all earning 5x points. Yes, you will sometimes pay higher prices through Instacart, but if you're strategic about it, the extra points can earn you more than enough to make up for the extra costs. Plus, you're also saving time and gas money, which does add real value. Strategy number 2, the business or family expense hack. If you run a business, work for a company that lets you put spend on your personal card and then are reimbursed, or even just manage expenses for a family member, this strategy can be incredible. Business meals, client entertainment, or even buying groceries for elderly relatives, these can all legitimately earn 5x points and help you get closer to that $2,500 monthly cap. The key is to be completely honest and above board about this. If you're already spending money on business-related food expenses, putting them on the Cobalt instead of a generic business card can help you earn significantly more points. Strategy number 3, the streaming stack attack. This one's for people who are serious about maximizing every category. The Cobalt earns 3 times points on streaming services, which might not sound like much, but it adds up a lot faster than you think. Netflix, Disney+, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Prime, Crave. If you're paying for multiple streaming services, and let's be honest, most of us are, that 3x category can add up to thousands of extra points per year. And unlike the food category, there's no cap on streaming earnings. Here's the advanced move. If you're a family member who pays for shared streaming accounts, ask everyone to reimburse you. You earn 3x points on the full amount, they pay you back, and everybody wins. Who should cancel? Now for the part nobody wants to hear, but somebody needs to say. There are people who should absolutely cancel their Cobalt card after this price increase. If you fall into any of these categories, it's time to have a serious conversation with yourself about whether this card makes sense. The light spender. If you're spending less than $150 per month on food-related expenses, the math just doesn't work anymore. You'd be better off with a no-fee card that gives you some cash back or points in a smaller amount. The casual earner. If you got the Cobalt because someone, maybe even me, told you it was the best card, but you don't actually have a plan for using the points, you're basically paying $192 a year for points that are sitting in your account, losing its value over time. I don't recommend this.
Okay.
The non-optimizer. If you're not transferring your points to airline partners or booking high-value redemptions, and you're just using them for statement credits or Amazon purchases, you're not getting nearly enough value for the cards to justify the higher fee. The FOMO collector. If you already have multiple premium American Express cards with high annual fees, adding the Cobalt's new fee on top might not make financial sense, especially if you could be earning bigger welcome bonuses on their other cards instead. This all comes down to how much you're spending on food purchases to get that 5 times multiplier. The bigger picture. Here's what I think is really happening with this price increase, and it's something that goes way beyond just the Cobalt card. American Express is clearly trying to push people towards their higher fee cards with bigger welcome bonuses. The recent elevated offers on the Gold, Platinum, and Aeroplan Reserve card aren't coincidental in my mind. They want you to move up the product ladder. And honestly, for many people, this is the right move. If you can responsibly handle the minimum spend requirements on those higher tier cards, those welcome bonuses can be worth significantly more than years of earning on the Cobalt card. But here's the thing, welcome bonuses are one-time events, and unfortunately, the last huge round of welcome bonuses just ended. Also, the Cobalt strength has always been in consistent long-term earning on everyday spending. And that value proposition, while more expensive now, is fundamentally intact. This is why I think the Cobalt still has a place in most Canadian point strategies, but maybe not the automatic first recommendation that it used to be. I think with these changes and AMEX prioritizing more people to get the Gold and Platinum card and less people to get the Cobalt card, we're gonna see more people making a tough decision between the three. My personal decision. So what am I doing with my own Cobalt card? Plot twist, I actually decided to cancel mine and I upgraded to the American Express Gold card. Before you think I've completely lost my mind and contradicted everything I just suggested to do,
What?
Let me explain the strategy behind this decision and show you how you might be able to benefit too. So I canceled my personal Cobalt card and applied for the Gold card to chase that massive welcome bonus that they just ended. Meanwhile, my partner kept her Cobalt card and I became a supplementary card holder on her account. This means I can still earn 5x points on all my food spending, but we're only paying one annual fee between the two of us instead of two. This is what we were previously doing and it did make sense at the time, but I like this new strategy much better. And here's the math. When we had two separate Cobalt cards, we were nowhere near hitting that $5,000 monthly spending limit on the 5x category, which is $2,500 per card. Most months we were lucky to get close to one card spending cap. We were essentially paying two annual fees to access earning capacity that we weren't even using. Now we split that $192 annual fee, so we're each effectively paying about $96 per year to earn 5x on our food spend. That's actually cheaper than what we were paying before the price increase when we had our own cards. But here's the second part of my strategy. That massive welcome bonus on the American Express Gold card was just too tempting to pass up. We're talking about an extra 90,000 membership rewards points. That's enough for at least one, maybe two business class flights long haul. I just couldn't let that opportunity slip by to earn that amount of points on such a reasonable amount of spend. Now I feel like we have the best of both worlds. I'm earning that incredible Gold card welcome bonus, plus I still have access to the 5x earning on food through the supplementary Cobalt card that has no annual fee. And our household is saving more money on annual fees while potentially earning more on points than before. The takeaway here, splitting a Cobalt card with your trusted partner or family member might actually be the smartest financial move you can make, especially with these higher fees. You get all the earning power, half the cost, and the flexibility to chase those big welcome bonuses when they come around. Actionable next steps. All right, enough theory. Here's exactly what you should do if you have a Cobalt card right now. Step 1, calculate your actual monthly food spending. Go through your last 3 months of statements and add up groceries, restaurants, food delivery, and any other purchases that might earn 2, 3, or 5x points. If you're consistently spending under $150 a month on food, definitely consider canceling the card. Step number 2, if you're keeping the card, optimize your spending strategy. Look into Instacart if it's available in your area. Consolidate streaming services under your name, and see if you have any other legitimate business or caregiving expenses that you could earn 5x points on. Step 3, have a redemption plan. If you're just accumulating points with no clear idea on how to use them, you are not maximizing value. Research airline transfer partners, understand how to book business class with points, or at a minimum, know how to get good value through the AMEX transfer portal. Step 4, consider the bigger picture of your credit card strategy. If you haven't got welcome bonuses from the other AMEX cards lately, it might be worth applying for one of those elevated offers while they're still available. The final verdict? So is the American Express Cobalt card still worth it after the price increase? The answer is, it depends, but probably yes if you're using it correctly. For the people who spend enough on food-related expenses to justify the higher annual fee and who plan for using their points effectively, the Cobalt card remains an incredibly powerful earning tool. That 5x category is still unmatched in Canada in my mind, and the flexibility of membership awards points is hard to beat. If you do want to get the AMEX Cobalt card right now, I appreciate you using the referral link in my bio below. But the price increase does mean this card is less forgiving for casual use. You need to be more intentional about maximizing the earning categories and more strategic about how you redeem your points. The days of recommending the Cobalt to everyone as a no-brainer first points earning card are probably over for me. Now it's a card that makes sense more for people who are very serious about optimizing their points earning and have the spending patterns to do it. Remember that the best credit card is the one that fits your spending patterns and helps you achieve your travel goals, not the one that someone else tells you is the best. Now go forth and earn some points responsibly and maybe start calculating exactly how much you spend on food every month. Cheers.